Hi, I'm TakiyahLouise. Thanks for clicking through to view this video. Today is an arm day, upper body day at the gym. I came in nice and early, and guess what, guys? I don't know if you can see out my back window, but it finally snowed where I lived. So it's the first snow of the year. The other ones were just light dustings where basically nothing stuck to the ground at all, but this actually stuck. We got a couple inches, I don't know how many, and it's been blowing all about the ground recently, so I don't know exactly how much we got, but it's about 5 degrees out. And after my workout this morning, like typically on weightlifting days, I would go out and walk on the trail or at the park, but it's 5 degrees and there's fresh snow on the ground. I don't know how slippery it is outside and other places, and it obviously, like on the parks and trails, there's not going to be like any shoveling, so it's going to be just walking on the path on top of the snow, and it's, like I said, a couple inches possibly, and I don't know how slippery it is under that, so I just decided to walk on the treadmill today after I did my upper body day. And I did some I pretty much stuck close to the plan that I did last week when I tried the upper body day for the first time. I did let's see here, 62.5 pounds on the lat pull down machine. I went up on that one, I think. Let me see here if I can read my chart here. I'm still using this app to track my workouts, and I'm going to use it for a couple more days so I can learn it a little better, and then I'll tell you guys about it. I think it's pretty cool so far, but I can't get to the part where it tells me if I've gone up in my weight, but I know I moved it on a couple exercises. So for the lat pull down machine, the very one that I started with, I did 62.5 pounds for all 4 sets, and this one I got more feeling in my muscle this time, because what I did is I leaned back a little more, and then I tried to pull the bar kind of close down to the top of my chest, and then I felt more of a range of motion in my muscles. Then on the chest press machine, I stayed the same at 37.5 pounds for each set. I did the seated row at 50 pounds for each set. I like that machine. I was able to feel it more in my back this time as well. And I am going to try to go up in weight next time, because the 50 pounds it wasn't light, but I felt like I could probably do more. So whatever the next step up is, whether that's like 60 something or 70 something, I'm going to try that for my first set next time. And then if it's good on that one, then I'll continue to do that until I can bump up another level. And then on the seated overhead press, again, these ones that are pretty like arm dominant, I stick to lower weights, and this one was 37.5 pounds until I can just build up my upper strength. Onto the bicep curl machine, that one was at 25 pounds, and that one feels pretty good. Like when I first have to lift up the handles, it's a little challenging, just going from the extended down motion and then till you get to the point where you pull it up and then you can go like this and start curling it. It's a little challenging because it's kind of heavy, but once I get to that midpoint where I can just start curling it upward like a normal bicep curl, it feels pretty good. And I might try to go up a little bit on that one. I saw in the gym they have these like little thin little plates that you can place on top of the weight stack, so I might try to use one of those. Only I don't know how much weight that is, but I still might try it next time just to see if I can build up in weight on that, because 25 pounds was comfortable, and it's heavy, but a comfortable heavy. And then for the tricep extension, 37.5 pounds was the weight that I did today. And that one, I did pretty good. I did all the sets on the very last, I did 4 sets, and on the very last set, some of the last exercises, the last reps, I did struggle a little bit, and that's because this was nearing towards the end of my workout and my muscles were getting really tight, but I did feel in my triceps this move, whereas before I hadn't really felt much in my muscles. It was just kind of like doing the moves and going, not like in a bad way going through the motions, but doing the moves, going through the motions to try to understand how the movement works. And but today I was actually starting to feel my muscles, which is really nice. And then I forgot to add this one last time, but today I added, it was the ab crunch machine, and I had done this previously one time in another video. I don't know how much I lifted in that video. I'd have to look it up, but it's not really that important, so I'm probably not going to. But on the ab crunch machine, I started off at 62.5 pounds, and I did 12 reps for each set in 4 sets. So 62.5 pounds. And it felt, this machine, I don't know. I feel like when I do the crunch forward, I scoop my butt off the seat a little bit. And I don't know if that's something I'm supposed to do, but to get the full crunch motion, I feel like I have to. So I don't know if that is like taken away from, I don't know if that's good to do or bad to do if it's taken away from the crunch motion, but I feel like that's the only way I can get like the full crunch down range of motion. So I started off at 62.5 pounds, and then I ended up at 75 pounds for the last 3 sets, and that felt like a little challenging. I'm not feeling any crunch or anything, any activation in my abs though, so I don't know. I think I might try to go up a little bit higher, but like I said, on this machine it's a little bit tricky because one, I have to raise the seat all the way up, and then your arms are like oops. So I have to raise the seat all the way up, and then the arms are kind of like this, like right under your chin, and then you kind of go like the motion like that down. And I don't know if I can't raise the seat any higher to get any, or maybe if I lower it a little bit, but then it'd be like really under my chin. So I just don't know about that crunch machine, but I'll still continue to do it. I might just, if I decide not to do it, I might just try to do some other ab work. But yeah, those were the exercises that I did today, and today is just, I felt really good. And then I finished up on the treadmill for 45 minutes, and that I did between an incline of 2 to 3, or not an incline of 2 to 3, a speed between 2 to 3, randomly, just going back and forth during my time. So I got a good workout there. I don't really sweat much anymore. Like, I don't know what that's about either, but I still feel like I get a good workout in. But in the beginning, I used to sweat a lot. Like when I was walking, obviously in the beginning, when it was warmer outside, I'd sweat because it's hot and because I was fatter and expending more energy. But now, recently, in recent times, like the last time that I had a good sweat was probably back when I was doing the Grow with Joe workouts. And that was just like a moderate sweat, but like I haven't really had any really good sweats going. I'm not disappointed by that, but I just feel like, but I do feel like sweating is a good indicator of a good workout or something like that. I don't know. That's just like a random thought I had. It probably doesn't even matter, but that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Anything you do is greatly appreciated. Remember to be a good human, and until the next video, take care.